Welcome back, dude and dudettes, to another wild episode of Send It Mate. We're here to talk about all things hunting and outdoors. And today, we've got something that'll keep your gear running smoother than a dingo's getaway.
That's right. Our show is brought to you by High Caliber, the gun and knife oil company that knows how to keep your firearms and blades in tip-top shape.
High Caliber is like the secret sauce for hunters, anglers, and outdoorsy folk everywhere. It's like the magic potion that makes your gun and knives happier than a dog with two tails.
You know, guys, I've been using High Caliber oil for a while now, and let me tell you, it's the duck's nuts. My rifle practically sings a lullaby when I take it out hunting.
And speaking of lullabies, ever tried sneaking up on a deer with a squeaky gun? It's a prime way to end up with no venison in the freezer. You'll be hungrier than a vegan at a bacon festival.
Absolutely. But with High Caliber oil, your gun will be quieter than a ninja in moonlight. You'll be stalking your prey with the grace and stealth of a mountain lion.
High Caliber doesn't just keep things quiet, it also prevents rust and corrosion, so you won't find your gear looking like it spent a season at the bottom of a creek.
That's right, and for you knife enthusiasts out there, High Caliber has got you covered too. Your trusty blade will slice through anything smoother than butter on a hot biscuit.
So, folks, don't let your gear become a rusty, squeaky mess. Head on over to highcaliber.com.au and grab a bottle of their oil today.
And if you use the code SENDITMATE at checkout, you'll get a special discount. I say again, use the code SENDITMATE for all your oil slick, stealthy hunting needs.
Thanks to High Caliber, you'll be sending it in style and silence.
So, gear up, oil up, and send it, mate. High Caliber, the ultimate oil for the ultimate hunter.
Welcome.
Bishaz and all of the other people.
My name's Josh.
My name's Ryan.
And I'm Caleb. Welcome back.
I just got to say that riff, that intro is a fucking banger.
On point.
It's not bad.
It's a banger.
Where'd we get it from?
Oh, yeah, where did
Oh,
we?
just a guy that we know.
Just a guy?
Some bloke, some
Oh.
fucking guy.
Yeah, just a guy. He
Don't downplay it, mate.
dabbles.
You gotta lift your skirt up for the viewers.
What?
What?
Listeners, same thing.
You want him to put his wares on show.
Ryan made it for us.
Yeah, in all seriousness, that's Ryan's musical chops. He wrote and recorded that himself.
Yeah, a bottle of scotch and 2 hours in my bedroom.
To be honest, it sounds like sick.
Half an hour because, you know, Pornhub.
Settle down. It was more like 2 minutes, mate.
I feel like that's how all the best songs are written, though.
Yeah.
With some,
Pornhub with some
Yeah,
porn going
100%.
in the background.
just
I feel like it was more
Some background
LSD.
ambient noise.
I feel like more LSD and marijuana, and that produces a good song.
no, he
Depends.
actually just patched together a bunch of moans and made that whole sound.
yeah, just like pitch shifted them.
It's his bedroom noises.
It's
The elk is really my dogs.
It wasn't an elk.
No, it wasn't an elk. It
was a red deer.
That was a test.
Well, now
You can tell I was hammered when I made that because I don't even know what's in it.
we've cracked on for a little while. I just want to jump right in before Caleb gets to point of interest, and I just want to say
Why?
So, two things happened tonight.
Oh, Jesus.
The first thing is our local bottle-o, or Caleb's local bottle-o, the guy behind the counter, he recognised us, and like every week we buy port to drink while we were doing the
Not
podcast.
even every week, because
Yeah,
we didn't
it's been
go
a while.
last week, and it's been a good probably month and a half since we've been in there.
Very true, very true. But he recognised us, and he's like, "Oh, dude, it's podcast one."
Yeah.
We're like, "Fuck yeah!"
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, and then some hot biddy just fluffed up my skirt.
Oh, she was not a hot biddy. You come strolling out the survey.
He's just
you're like-
jealous.
Turn it
'Cause,
up.
do you even own a shirt with sleeves? I've never seen you in a shirt with sleeves except for when we're out hunting, and
Bro,
even then it's like
these
it looks
guns
like you
don't
painted
fit.
it on.
These guns.
From
don't
where
fit
I
the
sit
sleeves.
now, I can actually see his nipple.
I can see nipple. I can see nip. It's not even side boob. It's like a whole boob.
Oh shit! No, well,
I'm
this,
getting a little bit.
that was pretty funny. You got to admit. Like I've stepped out the car and I've walked into the servo, and this chick's just yelled out of the side of her car, and she's like, "Oh my god!" She was gushing.
Okay. That's a slight exaggeration. I was mid-conversation with her and you rudely interrupted the intellectual, just the transfer of knowledge that we were having.
You mean I just stood there?
No, let's break this down. So Ryan and I are sitting in the car, minding our own business. She rolls in, window down. She looks across at us, goes, "Oh crap, there's some
She
dudes
was
to talk
parked
to."
as I walked in. She moved
No,
her car
her car
because her
pulled in.
friend had already gotten out and gone into the store.
No.
Yes, because when I walked in, she was like, "Oh my god," and then she moved the car deliberately over to next to yours.
Oh, so she
really?
moved the car
Yes.
because of you.
Oh, now it's making more sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're having a chat to her. We're getting nowhere because she was shit.
She
weren't
was
interested.
fucking off her tits as well.
Bit of
She was.
Smirnoff.
She was drinking a Smirnoff whilst driving.
Well, she's trying to drink a Smirnoff, and most of it was going down onto her chest.
It was. And anyway, you've come out of the servo, and then she's gone, "Hey, hello, this one's even hotter."
Yeah, she's like, he's not your mate. Well, actually, yeah, he is. I mean, I'll take the friend points for that one. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to be the best wingman I can be.
your ego's been stroked. Your ego has had a well shaft fucking up and down wanky wank.
Mate, it's a rock star life, right?
Yeah.
Super rock star life.
Alrighty, righty.
Oh, good for you,
Point
mate.
of interest.
All right, well, let's get into the point of interest.
Yep.
Right, so I bought myself some new friggin' pants because it's about time, right?
From the pants store.
Yep. So I did buy some new ones, some Pentagon, Pentacamo.
Be careful how you say that.
Pentacamo. is
Pentacamo.
Patacamo.
Petacamo.
Patacamo.
It's so you can't see
That's
him when he's
Pentagon's signature camo. Anyway, I did wear them away on that trip with you, Josh, and they were just way too tight on my thighs. So I ended up giving them to Ryan, and somehow pants that fit me tightly fit him perfectly. I don't know how that
It's
works.
the chicken legs. They're a gift.
Like your legs are a good foot longer than mine, so I don't know how that works. So then last trip, I've just rolled with my OG fucking tradie pants, which are no good. Like,
Hard yackers are all.
There's a time and a place for hard yakka, but that definitely wasn't it.
When it's hard, there's
And
lots
a
of yakka.
and like I've been looking at various camo patterns for a while, and like I just keep coming back to
Here we go.
Have you actually considered camo? Like, do you think to yourself, I'm going to get myself some sweet, slick pants. What camo pattern do I want, and how well will it fit in with my
100%. Like I like multicam, and I like if I can to get multicam. So
Is that because it's best suited to
Wait
the
a
Australian
second.
environment?
Your pants, your new ones aren't multicam.
I know if you let me digress enough to get to that.
Oh, let's digress.
I love how I said to you guys, let's not say digress too much in this episode, and I'm the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, podcast meeting.
It's in my head.
Stop saying digress.
Anyway, the Pentagon, that's about as close as I could get to multicam.
Yeah.
And then because the pants are too small, like the mild OCD I have, I can't roll with the Hunter's Element ones that I
As
bought.
in can't combat roll. Because they're too tight.
I can't do that either. But I can't have mismatching camo.
I
So
just want to see a homunculus roll now.
Oh, man, you should see. I did a combat roll when I was hunting that particular species of animal.
anyway, let's get back to why I bought these. I bought
Stop
these.
digressing.
I didn't even buy this these Hunter's Element. My good girlfriend, she bought them for me.
Your good girlfriend,
My
as
good
opposed to your great girlfriend.
I was going to say good wife, but I don't want to.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Baby
Jeez.
steps, Caleb. Baby
Yeah.
steps.
I'm sorry.
You haven't got a dog yet.
Don't listen to this.
Everyone knows you got to get a dog before you can say wifey. Jesus.
Well, the dog's in the way. That's another episode.
That's right. You did. What did you get? A
Dog,
schnauzer.
No, that's another episode. Anyway, so I've got these.
He got the
Oh, it's a sausage dog.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You got a fucking. Did you get a bread dog as well?
Oh,
You're going to put your sausage in between your buns.
can we just not? Let me get back to these freaking pants, will you?
What is that even referring to? His dog? What are the buns?
A hot dog?
But
I'm trying to talk about pants, and you're talking about fucking dogs.
Anyway.
no, literally.
Get
fucking
in your
dogs.
pants.
All right. Well, I bought these Hunter's Element pants because with the camo out of the picture, I've just gone, right, I just need some functionality that's going to work in hot weather. because the last trip we went on, I was sick of getting so hot. And let's face it, all of us, after a long trek, when we're sweating balls, first thing we did was pull our pants down and
That's
air
true.
everything.
We kind of all got naked.
We did. We had at the top of a hill. It was fucking romantic as fuck.
But it was multiple times.
It was.
It's always multiple times.
What's the theme song for Brokeback Mountain?
I don't know. I'm sure you're
Take me
right.
to a gay bar.
Take me to a gay bar. A gay bar. A gay bar. Yeah, no, that wasn't the song that was stuck in my head when we were all naked at the top of the hill.
But aside from being stretchy, which suits my chunky legs, these pants have ventilation zips down the side, so you can just dump heat out
Yeah.
quickly.
You wouldn't need that if you bought Numa because they just breathe. But hey, whatever.
Well, these
Yeah,
also
but you have to
got-
get her at least 3 sizes too small, so it like sticks to your body.
these
you know,
stra-
a man can grow.
Oh, here we go. Fact hour with
A
Josh.
man can grow. Like, you can get bigger.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, you
Yeah.
can't.
Oh, you can't.
Dude, your legs haven't grown since you were 12.
Case and
Bro, you need the legs for fucking, what's it called? Endurance.
you just
Mate, you don't want big legs when you're hunting up a mountain.
I can vouch for that.
that's a lot of meat to be carrying.
It is. It is. But anyway, so these
Wonder
pants.
if he gets chafe on his dick.
Oh, dear God. I can't
Is it
talk
'cause it
about
gets-
anything.
Does it get stuck in between both of your legs, and then you're like, oh fuck? So you like take a couple of strides, and it's like rolling in between both
yeah,
your legs.
I chafe at my knees because of my dick.
Yeah. Oh, well played, sir.
All
Well
right, we'll
played.
give that.
Exactly.
All right, go back to your
So-
damn pants.
So your pants are too tight.
They were. The ones I gave you were too tight.
Yeah, they fit me perfectly.
I know
It's
they
great.
do.
And the ironic thing is you just gave him your shirt today because you can't deal with the 2 different types of cam.
Yeah.
Which
And
fit me perfectly.
The shirt
as
fits
well.
Ryan perfectly.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Yes, yeah.
So they're yours, man.
can't
They're yours.
Yeah.
So technically you could be the perfect gay couple.
Wear each other
Because we can share a wardrobe.
Yeah. You could buy one set of clothes between the both of you and you'd be all right.
We just can't share jocks. That's the only thing.
I share my dad's jocks.
I don't wear jocks.
That's two completely
why I
different
chafe
things.
at my knees as well.
I mean, actually, back to the pants, which is what we're trying to talk about. I was sort of umming and ahhing about what I was going to get. And then while we were away and Couchy split his pants he bought off Wish, and then he went and bought them from that.
That was like a spur of the moment
gun,
thing.
that spur of the moment, he bought
We
them from a gun
found a
shop.
random gun store. Where were we? In the middle of
Yeah, God.
some
No,
town.
we were in Otways and there was a gun shop in Otways. I think Otways, somewhere around
I
Otways.
can't remember what town we were in. I think, was it Colac?
Might have been Colac.
Yeah, I think we were in
Is that
Colac.
where we saw that those people loading all those
Yeah, the
firearms
rifles. Yeah.
into
How's that though? A tiny town and they're stocking Hunter's element.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty out there. You haven't told everyone what pants you bought yet.
Well, the spur pants.
Yeah.
Hunter's Element spur pants. They're designed specifically for summer. So they're lightweight, they stretch, they breathe, they're water resistant. They've got zips everywhere. They've got heaps of pockets.
They look like silk. That's what they look like.
They're not really silky, but they're soft.
Soft
So they're
to the
supposed to be quiet. That's the other thing. They're quiet.
Yeah.
So my good woman was nice
that's
enough to
pretty
get them for me. So today I
Next
actually
time-
put on order a matching top to go as well.
Next time I'll tell you Mrs. Needs to buy Numa.
No, because Couchy bought a set of the same pants and she actually messaged him to ask which ones because I'd mentioned to her that I wanted a pair.
So it was a fail on her part.
No, she
In my eyes, it was a fail.
No, she did good because she doesn't know anything about it and she heard me talking about it. So she said, "Hey, Couchy, what pants did you get? Caleb wants them."
Can we take a moment? Can you put your nipple away? It's staring
No,
at me.
I can't. I'm
It's
comfortable.
fucking staring right
I
at
can
me.
take my shirt off if you want.
Stop
No.
squeezing it.
It's like, hey Ryan, how you going?
My nipples will.
It's very distracting
It's
having
fucking
a nipple
distracting.
out.
Wear a real
Stop looking at
fucking
my
t-shirt.
tits.
Put it like next time. Just wear a normal shirt like a normal fucking human being.
With sleeves.
We live in a desert. It's summer, and I've just come from the gym.
Yeah, but we're in air condition.
It's still we live in a desert.
That's why his nipples are wrecked because of the
Yeah,
cold
it's
air.
cold.
They're blowing against my nipples.
Say nipple again.
Nipple. Nipple.
No, look, I don't mind the hunter's element gear. Don't mind it at all. I had a look at SHOT Show, or it was a Deer Expo the other year, and I was going to get some, but I took a chance on Numa, and I got a rate Newman now. And their new cam pattern, I think, it would be better suited to winter time. But it'd be nice to see which pair of pants fails first, because my money's on the hunter's element.
Well, how much are your Numa pants?
They're probably about the same. I reckon they'd be. Will you be what, about $180 for yours?
$190 for those pants
Yeah,
cost.
see, mine were cheaper.
How much are yours?
180.
Do you know how much mine were?
Free.
Yeah, just wait for hand-me-downs.
Hey, we've all been there.
Yeah,
But-
I'm rocking the Kmart fucking T-shirt out in the sticks. Represent.
Didn't I give you some DBCU pants?
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
No. You think you would fit? I'd fit into.
No, because
Jesus.
I had 95s. 95Rs or 95.
No, you gave me the
regulars.
smock, and that was about it, man.
Oh, sorry.
I mean,
Fuck.
I don't want to say that you definitely sort of left me out of that one.
$200 smock. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fucking brilliant, by the way. Now, this is was that standard issue stuff that you would?
Nah, they do issue a better sort of like a rain jacket now, but
Yeah.
before it used to be the Japara, and it was fucking terrible.
Yeah. No, well, for those playing at home, bit of context here. So Josh used to have a little bit of a shop where he would sell
Core
one
shop.
stage. Yeah,
Corp shop. Yeah, that was it was pretty good. Had some good gear there, and then moved on from that. And I managed to score a bloody good smock that
I'm pretty sure actually you,
everyone's
Caleb,
We've all got
Couchy,
we've all
and my
got stuff.
dad got
Yeah,
some.
Yeah, we've all got
just
stuff.
Yeah, it worked out really well.
Thanks, Josh.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right, well, that's, point of interest. I got some new pants. I'll try them out next trip we go in a few weeks' time. I'm pretty excited because I was pretty jealous of Couchy when he was getting around in them. I was touching his pants. It was a bit weird. Like, he had them on. I was, like, undoing zippers.
Were you like just walking next to him, like playing with his zips a little bit, or were you just?
Yeah, like,
Was you like, do you want to touch it? You're like, yeah, I want to touch it.
I just wanted to put my hand in the pocket, see if I could feel the tip.
You wanted to maybe
tip of the
grab
zip.
his pocket?
What?
Oh, okay, no one knows a prison
Oh, where
reference.
like you put the pocket out and then someone's walking past holding onto it. Is that actually a thing?
Well, I don't know. We'll make it a thing.
I haven't been to prison, so I don't know.
Yeah, I just watch a lot of prison like movies.
Yeah, Prison Break, bro.
No, was it the Shawshank Redemption?
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
anyone
all
was
right.
holding pockets.
So the topic for today is it clean enough? Which could go anywhere really.
Look.
It's open to interpretation.
This 100% could go dirty.
Of course, it's going to go dirty. You're involved. You got your fucking nipple out, staring at me still, winking at
Well,
me.
you're
now.
first up, so you have every opportunity to lead
Yeah,
it that
look,
way.
I'm not going to go dirty. I actually was sitting there thinking long and hard about this week, and
It's not going to go dirty, but you were long and hard.
I definitely am long. Anyway,
Long and soft.
I can't say I didn't walk into that one.
Anyway, I'm sitting there, and I was going to actually reverse this and ask you guys, how.
Well, there's
you-
two. There's two. I'm counting them again this week.
All right,
There's two used guys
yous guys.
already.
Here we go. How you
sound like that?
keep your meat clean?
Jesus.
I tend to shower at least once daily. What about you?
A bit of baby wipes.
I shower twice a day.
Do you? Yeah, I
Yep.
do twice a day. No, but what I'm trying to say is
Is that one of them like
So-
a wank shower? You just get in, do your thing.
No, one's
Don't
before
really
I go
wash
to work
yourself.
and
because
one's
you got
before I go
that
to
wank
bed.
stank, that after wank stank.
What are you talking about?
The after wank stank, mate.
Have you ever
Who
done
gets
that?
a smell?
Have you ever just like ripped one out and then go, I did that once, then went to the boxing gym and it was not good.
Yeah,
Like,
after
sorry,
wank
I
stank.
just want to clarify. What is the smell after wanking? Do you just like go
You know
so
how you like you
furiously?
spit on your hand and let it dry and sniff it?
Oh,
That smell.
what's going on with that?
I think there's something wrong with your nose. Hey,
No, there's nothing wrong with
I
my.
He's
reckon
like-
there is.
Trekking around thinking that he's all good right as rain, but really he just smells like a Norwegian whorehouse.
Well, we're well off topic already. So
Anyway, yeah. So I was sitting there, like, obviously, when you have just shot an animal and you're Sorry, we're just pouring some port. So you just shot an animal and you're dressing it out and things like that. How do you go keeping the meat clean?
I always go for the keep it off the ground at all times. String it up. It's like,
Well, if you can, get it off the ground because there's nothing worse than trying to prep meat in the dirt.
Yeah.
there's nothing worse than trying to clean, especially when you've had it out, the skin off it for a bit. You've had it. Okay, the wrong choice of words.
What if you're circumcised?
Well,
You can let it on the ground.
The skin's been off it for quite a while in that
you
case.
just rinse that baby off and get back at it.
I got circumcised last week, so it hasn't been that long.
Maybe that's why you've got an after wank
I'm
stank.
kidding.
All that dick cheese finally got released.
Too soon.
Anyway,
Wow.
well, I just wanted to bring up, so you like most people are going to string up their animals to keep them off the ground. And I have a friend, actually, Aussie out bush, Dwayne.
Shout out.
Yeah, good old Dwayne. He makes I've got to get this right. I've got gimbal in my head, but it's not gimbal.
Gimp.
No, not gimp. Gramble.
Oh, yeah, like
And essentially, it's like a solid tube with a wire going through it, and the wire goes up to like a triangle point, and then goes into the tube, and then has two loops either side that you put like each hock through or each rear foot, and then the weight of it pulls down on itself and holds it, and then you just tie a bit of rope and sing it up
it's
into
like
the
a
tree.
tube with holes in it, and then it just wire wraps through it.
Yeah.
So when you put tension on the top, it holds.
Yeah.
That's
And then that keeps it off the ground and things. And look, we've all been. I'm pretty sure most hunters have been in the position where they've shot an animal, they don't have any hoochie cord or any paracord or anything like that, and they're doing it on the ground. And we've all done the whole, you skin half of it, dress half of it, and then roll it onto that side and then do the other side.
I was talking to a mate of mine about this actually quite recently, and he carries a tarp, just throws the tarp out, and it doesn't matter because you can
Do whatever.
Yeah, do
Actually,
whatever. Just get it.
we've rolled with the tarp before. There's one of those Victorian trips we went on, and we did that. We prepped the deer on a tarp.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a handy item to have. Keeping meat clean is one of those weird things when you cook at home in a domestic situation, you're so used to like not, cross-contaminating and having a clean kitchen and all that sort of shit. And when you think about it, when you're out in the bush, you are like cutting up meat in the dirt half the time, and your hands haven't necessarily been cleaned.
How often have you used a knife to butcher an animal as well, and then cooked meat and used your knife to eat with? Actually, I'm glad you brought that up because that's kind of the way where I wanted the conversation to go, because it's kind of true. I think we as humans, because we live in such a sterile environment, we think that things have to be cleaner than what they are. I mean, yes, you don't want to get your meat dirty. You want to keep the hair off of it. You want to keep the flies off it and things like that. But I think, it's a little bit is okay. And you never you're not in a perfect environment out there.
Well, there is science that backs that up, actually. This is what we were talking about with the COVID thing and everyone sterilising their hands so often that there's no bacteria that you touch and you'd have on your hands typically. And like they say that children should play in the dirt as much as they can because it helps build the immune system. It's the same theory. So if we're in a constantly sterile environment, our body's not able to have just the ongoing change of bacteria and being able to keep your immune system up. Not to fight anything that's serious, but
Build some level of immunity.
Level of immunity. Yeah.
Otherwise, you're like the boy in the bubble.
Yeah,
and that's right. That's like even true with it. Like when we were out last hunt, and you're eating your back country and a fly lands in there. Now, when I was in the army, I'd just be like, oh, it's more protein, whatever, because your life's fucking pretty shit. So, whatever. But it's the same sort of thing. You just you end up picking it out. Now, imagine if you got a fly land in your lamb shanks that you've just paid for at a restaurant. You'd be like, take it back.
That's true.
Really, who cares? Just fucking flick it out. You're good.
Well, this is the other thing with meat. You can wash it off. You want to avoid getting it dirty, but you can actually wash it.
Man, you're hitting the nail on the head here because this is once again, this is where I wanted to steer the conversation.
Oh, hello.
Because, yes, there are a lot of people out there that do say, though, you don't want to wash your meat. You don't want to run it under cold water because it induces bacteria and things like that. So you don't want to. You know, it's not a good idea to. Now, of most meat that I cook, I would probably at least give it a quick rinse.
Well, I think you can wash it as long as you get the excess water off. So I'm
Like pat it dry.
I'm thinking quite vividly. I can't remember which trip it was now, but we pretty much set up a bit of a meat processing line once we got that deer. That was the trip where we processed it on the table. Then that night we set up each with the little stations. Ryan brought his vac sealer.
Oh yeah, that thing is handy. Recommendation to everyone who dresses and out in the field and tries to at least cut it down into portions. Take a vac seal pack.
Well, if you can.
If you've got power, it's definitely, it makes things so much easier because you can just cut it up into bits, whack it in there, and then throw it in the.
You want to hang your meat first, but
we're talking about when you're butchering it and you cut it up into the portions. That's if you're out in the field and you want to do it there. I would have preferred to just cut it into sizes like quarter it and then go back home and do it.
But we did like that trip that Caleb's talking about. We did an extremely good job of that, actually.
Yeah, because we all had our little tasks. We set up stations. One person was chopping everything to size. The next person washed. Next person was patting dry, and then someone was on the vac sealer.
Yeah,
and I don't think there was anything wrong with that. Like we've all eaten that deer. We ate that deer for like the next 6 months.
Yeah.
No ill effects. Everyone said it was great. So
yeah, it was. And having it cryovac and like obviously we got it cold pretty quick.
Vac sealed.
Vac sealed, cryovac, whatever.
I think it's a little bit different.
Well, you're freezing something in an airtight chamber. Yeah. Walt Disney.
I say it's good.
Anyway, we washed every single piece of that meat. We washed just the hair. There wasn't really much dirt, but we washed the hair.
We didn't go over the top either. No. I think, if you just take a little bit of care right at the beginning, it's like everything that you get good at. It's the 3 steps beforehand where you're prepping to avoid the things that are going to become an issue later. So I think that if you're prepared, you carry your tarp or you string it up or you have a bit of practice at it, then you can get.
That's the thing, the prior preparation, but like not every circumstance you can have a table or have a tarp or have have these things. So,
but then there's the just quartering it with the skin on, because that's another protection that you could.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Does anyone else get freaked out by hanging meat? Like, because
you watch too many scary movies,
no,
bro.
you're sort of brought up and you're like, oh, you got to get meat cold quickly.
Well, not really, because most meat's aged, and then you go to a restaurant and you pay $100 for dry aged shit.
Yeah, true.
It's just aged in a environment where there's no bacteria.
Yeah, exactly.
Having said that, you're right. Up until I started going away with a couple of my mates, Richard and Steve and Dwayne and that, they would hang the deer for days. Now, up until this point, okay, a 24-hour period for me was sort of like max. But, they're like, if the weather's cool, just keep it there.
Well, that's like those high – how we were talking about there's restaurants that cook only with fire, which is brilliant. Anyone who's looking for a pretty cool documentary, just Google cooking with fire restaurants. There's some pretty cool stuff.
It's a pretty good
It is good. Yeah, there's restaurants that only cook with fire. They cook salads using fire. Don't use like a stovetop or anything like that. Anyway, I saw it on this documentary. They age meat in a room to the point where it starts like just before it decays, and they cover it in wax.
Yeah,
and then they let it sit again.
Yeah,
and it adds to the tenderness of the meat and just
it's like 200 and some days aged.
It's crazy.
And you're like, good God, imagine like just killing one of my cows and putting it up in my fucking living room
and
for
staring at it for like 2/3 of a fucking year.
It's not a sex thing.
It's not.
Has anyone been burnt with hot wax for a sex thing?
Yeah.
No.
It's not as enjoyable as you'd think it would be.
Really?
The movies lie.
Pussy.
Yeah.
Have you, or are you just posing the question?
Oh, don't worry about my personal
Oh,
life,
you
mate.
fucking have.
Oh, here we go.
You have.
Don't worry
you
about my
have-
personal
you
life,
have.
mate.
I can see that look in your eye. You've had hot wax.
Oh, he's
dripped
had
on
all
you.
kinds of wax all over
Don't
him.
worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Actually, the weirdest thing I've had is I dated a hairdresser once, and she actually waxed my explicit part.
Your fact.
Ball.
Yeah, my fact.
Your ball sack, or
No, around that area.
The bit. It's
she
it's
gave
called-
you
It's the
like
fact.
a triple
It's
X wax.
Yeah, man.
the bit between your nuts and
Yeah.
your ball sack.
I was a man. I
That's
was
the
like,
same
yeah,
thing.
this
your
feels
arsehole
great.
and your ball sack.
I'm sorry, but can we move on? Because I really want to get the visual of you laying on your back with your legs in the air while.
Inner Josh was
It's just-
crying.
it's like, have you done it yet?
Oh, mate, Inner Josh was crying. You knew when it
Yeah,
happened.
you'd feel
Like,
that.
oh,
Yeah,
my
Jesus.
God.
So what do you reckon, Caleb? What's your take on this?
Waxing.
Not waxing. On is it clean enough?
On the topic, well, I was actually thinking along the same lines as you, Josh, which is probably why I've steered you towards what you want to talk about.
Yeah.
And quite simply, is it clean enough? I want to talk about when you go camping, what you accept as a level of cleanliness versus when you're at home.
Oh, just go rank, bro.
Because
Lord of the Flies that shit up.
we do things like we reuse coffee cups or coffee mugs without washing them.
You lick your
I-
fork
I do
clean,
that- I do that
and you're
every
like,
day.
oh, that's clean.
Yeah,
And
or
you're
like,
licking your fork. You're like, eh.
or clean dishes with wet wipes and things like this. And
Bro, Lord of the
Just rub
Flies
some
that
dirt
shit
on it,
up.
rinse it off.
Yeah. Lord of the Flies that shit up.
so
Although-
I just think it's weird what you sort of accept as clean.
That's true.
You struggle because this is one of the reasons why I think you've got a problem with your nose is you think you smell bad after 2 days. Everyone smells bad after 2 days, but you think it's like this horrible, intense smell. I think your brain.
It is this horrible, intense smell. We were talking about this.
Yeah,
where
but
you
you just-
go have a shower, then you come back into the same room that your clothes are in, and you're like, "Good God!"
Yeah, but if you all smell like that, I feel like
No,
it's
everyone
not
has
as
their
bad
own
as
brand.
what it is.
Everyone has their own brand. I think
If you got one guy that is fucking rank and everyone
Catchy.
else is just as fucking rank, it doesn't cancel out the dude who's fucking rank.
Yeah, of course it does.
No.
because you all stink like
You
that. man.
times it by 6. It's rank to the power of 6.
No, it's just rank. Just don't worry about it. If your
Although
clothes,
I get what you're saying, Caleb, because although when we were away, Jesus Christ, I might put my tooth back in. We were away this weekend, just gone, and there was a shower readily available, and I just didn't use it.
that's fucking terrible, bro.
Yeah, but we were like,
'Cause you were out fishing
and
and-
it was like fish guts everywhere, and it was like sand, and
As soon as like fishing is probably like, I think it's also because when you're fishing you need water. So straight away, if I was to camp and fish, I would just at the end of the day I would have a wash wherever I am.
I
in the
consider it
water.
a sport to see how I can go without showering.
it's not nice having like a salty film on you either. Like you just feel gross.
Yeah, but I'd rather that than fishy smell or just my.
Do you know what
Odor.
I hate? Is like when you go on fishing, you've washed your hands, but you're eating, and then you smell it still on your hands.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
It's like that fishy.
that's what I'm talking about. But
guts.
at the same time, you can block that out. Like that's not that hard to block out. Or you just, when you got like a packet of chips open and you can smell your hands and you're reaching in the chips and you're like, oh, is
And
this
you're like a
kosher?
secret fucking sniffer. All of a sudden, you're just like,
I just look at it and I'm like, you know what? If I'm in there first, everyone else has got to deal with my rank fish hands, so I'll get more chips. That's right, motherfucker.
Actually, speaking of fish hands, I'll tell a story. It's more like fish face, right? So
oh god,
many years ago, I had a mate at uni, and he came into uni one day, and he had quite a shiny face.
Where are you going with this?
I mean, it's a bit X-rated. Pre-warning to anyone.
for all those kids that are listening,
Put the fucking wireless down.
Anyway, my mate's rolled into this lecture, and I've looked across at him, and he's just got this, he's like a bit of a sheen to his lips and just around his face, like he's applied some, chapstick or something. But then I'm sitting next to him, and there's this, not a familiar smell, but a semi-familiar smell to him.
Punani.
Slightly fishy, yeah.
Irony.
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, did you have a bit of fun with your missus this morning? He's like, yeah, why? I'm like, it's all over your face, bro.
Oh, he was glistening.
He was
Bruh.
glistening from pussy juices.
Yeah,
Did he have
buddy.
a beard?
No, he didn't.
And he didn't
Oh,
wash.
wow.
So what we were talking about earlier,
Yeah.
all that white stuff would have like coagulated on his face and dried.
He would have just like pussy juice beard. Be like, oh, you waxed this morning.
No, he was clean shaven. Like it was shiny on his face, but we all own beards, and yeah, that stuff does last in
Mine's
your beard for a
borrowed.
You got to
while.
wash. You got to wash.
No.
Like you're not fucking out bush. You know, if you're at home and you fucking wash, you're cretin.
Anyway, that's
Talc.
you know.
Just talc, everything.
Just out your face.
It's just like, did
Did you
sorry,
go
babe,
head
gotta go to work.
first? Did you go head first into Scarface fucking coke? No, just talc, bro.
You talc your face after a morning of the missus, and it's just like around your face. It's just like you wet your face and then there's the powder.
It's the wisdom coming through,
Yeah,
bro.
that's it.
All right. Well, back to is it clean enough? Something else I want to work into this conversation is what you just did in my kitchen earlier, Josh,
Oh, settle the
Oh,
fuck
my
down,
God.
which
champ.
was wash your hands and then use a tea towel.
No,
to
I
wipe your
washed my hands. I wiped my face. There was a bit of soap in my mouth, so I spat in your sink, and then I used your tea towel or your hand towel, and I washed my hands and face. This kosher.
I don't
etiquette.
I don't understand.
Let's ask the listeners.
We're not
Is that-
out bush.
Is that kosher? Bloody oath.
We're not
I've
out
shared everything with you two anyway. Good God. Not like you're getting
Well, not
anything
everything.
new.
Not everything.
You all got herpes.
Got the clap.
So I feel like, yeah, I probably don't have too much more of an angle than you, but yeah, I mean, you just do things that at home you'd feel a bit grotty about doing, but somehow when you're just out in the
You
wilderness,
just repress that shit, man, and you just deal with it because everyone smells the same way at that stage. The thing that gets me is when you smell like that and you're coming home and you stop at a servo and you're walking in to like pay for fuel or something like that and you're like, yeah, I'm rank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
you got to wonder what people think. Like when we roll into servos on the way home, and we're all most of us are taking all the camo gear off, but you
No, I don't take that shit off till I get home. I usually roll in the servo with a knife still on my belt. And it's
Yeah.
a big fucking
you see,
knife.
I have change of clothes to go to and from.
A laddie fucking da.
No, it's weird. There actually is a bit of a stigma around that, and like cleaning up Hunter's Act in Australia,
Yeah.
and like wearing camo is a bad thing. Who the fuck gives a shit if you wear camo and you go?
I
on
go down
the
Devon
servo?
Park and everyone's got a pair
Yeah,
of
exactly.
I do remember a trip years and years ago where we didn't get an opportunity to wash the tray out. We'd been out spotlighting and there was just blood and guts everywhere. Like,
Oh, that was one with the trailer? Is that when we were there with the trailer and we had to... Well,
No, it was the tray.
oh yeah, no, it was a tray, which was a white tray. So the blood and guts just showed up like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
So to anyone at the servo, they would have gone, what the fuck has happened in the back of this ute?
Everyone's rolling around
Yeah,
in
but
camo
I
gear.
feel like look,
Righto, Ivan.
look, yeah, okay, you can't help that's a tray, and you know you're coming from the country, whatever. But like wearing camo itself, I have a big problem about hiding who you are, and this culture of like I understand hunters need to have some etiquette and things like that, but you shouldn't have to hide who you fucking are.
No.
Do you think that stems from the whole stigma of firearms in Australia? Because
Firearms and hunting
Yeah.
and the photos associated with hunting, especially when you kill an animal. Like there's there's a bit of finesse when you take a shot with your trophy or whatever. I understand that, and don't put big gaping wound trails or exit trails and things like that like on photos. Keep that for your personal private stuff. But wearing camo at a shop because you've gone out hunting, mate.
Yeah, I think
Pull
that
your
goes
head
that goes
down.
hand in
Like,
hand
who
with the
cares?
whole we were talking on previous episodes about how weird it feels to walk through Victorian.
People accept you there, man.
Yeah, but we walk. It's weird though. You walk through and there's like people camping, you rifle slung over your shoulder. Or in South Australia, if you did anything like that, it would
Starries would be cool.
you would be in a whole world of trouble. And I think that's where that whole wearing camo and the stigma and all that sort of bullshit, I think it flows on from that as well because it's supposed to be like a hidden a hidden sport. We can't have that out in the open.
See, I wear my camo hat everywhere I go, and it's just like it's a bit of a nod to what I do, and those who
Sticking it to the man.
Those who know about it go, oh, like I've literally walked into shops and people have asked me, oh, do you hunt? Because I'm wearing that hat. And I'm like, yeah. And then you spark up a conversation.
Yeah.
It's a bit more discreet if it's just a hat. Whereas if you're wearing like pants or a shirt, it's.
You reckon,
Yeah, but
you
look, I understand hat being clean or like putting like instead of wearing your crappy cam clothes that you've just worn bush for 5 days straight, get changed to come home. But if you didn't have spare clothes or you forgot to bring or whatever, yeah, go in your bloody fatigues. Who gives a shit?
Yeah,
mate?
I've worn
Like, I
full
don't-
camo into servos, and the
get it.
guy's literally been like, "Oh, are you in the army?"
Yeah.
And I'm not wearing army fatigues. I'm
BBC,
just
yeah.
wearing like
Yeah.
definitely hunting
And
camo.
And that's like, there's no real problem with being proud about who you are.
Absolutely not. I don't think it's something that we should be ashamed of.
Nah, not at all.
But there's
mate.
different. The trouble is that there is the laws that we have, particularly in South Australia, that are based around
Can't get
firearms.
done for
No, you
fucking
can't
wearing
get done
camo.
for wearing camo, but it brings attention to you. So if
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
rolling around and you've got your firearms in the back, all it takes is for one person to see your firearm and call the cops, and you're done.
Yeah, but we're always very careful because we know the laws,
We are, we
so
are.
we cover them, and someone's
That's true.
license is with the car at all
That's very
times.
true, but
So,
it goes like I
you
say,
know-
it goes hand in hand. So if you're rolling around in camo,
We'll go down to Daveron Park, mate, and look in a few of the Commodores down there, mate.
Oh,
I'm sure
yeah.
you'll see a few.
I think the
handguns.
point I'm trying to make is you don't want to unnecessarily draw attention to yourself. So if you can avoid it, if you can just chuck on some other clothes.
So I don't
you're
believe
gonna do
that
it.
because you can cover that red neck, mate, all you want. You still got a red neck. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, bruh.
geez, that's a new line. I haven't heard.
Which is
that
why that's why I wear my
very
camo
smart,
hat
Josh.
everywhere. I don't give a shit. Like
No, look, I'm the one that's just saying that I'm fucking rolling with camo. Like I'm with you. Like I think everyone should be like you wear whatever the fucking you want to represent.
2021, mate.
But
you want to be a he, she, it, whatever.
If we
Hunter.
weren't rolling around with
Cool.
rifles in the back, then fuck yeah. But I think it's just that you just don't want to draw the attention.
we should be allowed to wear camo, given chicks these days can wear what they do at the beach. I think that's fair.
So do you
Yeah.
reckon I'd get away with wearing budgie smugglers?
No, you haven't got the legs for it.
Oh, bro, I got the upper body for it.
I don't think they make an extra small.
Oh,
I think you're out of luck, bro.
my bush would hang out. Just kidding. I'm porn star.
Oh Jesus!
Ryan, what's your take on is it clean enough?
Oh God! Right. So, is it clean enough? So, question. Would you guys be willing to? I mean, given the
No, I don't want to have a three-way with you.
Okay, well, this segment's over then.
Thanks, guys, for listening. We'll be back next week.
I'm going to go cry in the corner. That hurts my feelings. Given the amount of money that we spend, well, that you spend, because I'm a cheap ass motherfucker that wears Kmart and buys Hour
And has hand-me-down camo.
and has hand me down camo, it's all about the waiting game.
Yeah,
But
just longevity.
you just got to hang out for the right moment. Would you use house cleaning products on your firearms?
What the fuck?
Would you? Would you?
I'm pretty sure that
Oh my
that
God.
encapsulates what I'm trying to say.
I just want to say this is right next to the whole space fucking theme last
No,
year.
you can shoot a gun into space. You can, but you'll go backwards.
Someone's been
It's a
going
scientific
hard on
fact.
the Google. You've done some hard Googling this
No,
afternoon.
I actually sat down and I thought about this. This is you know how last week you were talking about like your way fucking left field of what the actual topic was and how you got down there. So I've gone, is it clean enough? Dirt, balls, talc, guns, cleaning guns. What can you use to clean guns?
We now have an insight to Ryan.
Into my mind. Yeah, the association with that.
I love how balls came up third on that list.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't go balls dirt. That's a win.
So can
So
you or
everyone
would you
loves
use
some
house
dirty
cleaning
balls.
So
products?
I actually did a fair bit of research on this one. There's a lot of discussion about this because gun cleaning products compared to other cleaning products are quite expensive. And when you consider what's in them, and then the scientific research in quotas that's supposedly to be being used to come to these great products, really the base. What's in them is essentially the same thing, right, that they use. So anything that's got an ammonia solution in it.
Oh, bro, Oxy's still fucking heroin no matter what.
Yeah, that's right. So there's a lot of. It's true.
Now we're getting insight into the inner workings of your mind.
No, I listen to Joe Rogan. He
Do you
did
know
some
what
doctor-
Joe Rogan doesn't do?
What?
Have his fucking nipples out.
Put it away.
Put it away. Jesus.
Just his rogue nipple at all times.
No, so like general house cleaners. So a big one's actually Windex. So
Whoa,
Windex.
Hang on your glass or your
No, on your
barrel?
glass, on your barrel.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Remind me never ever to let you borrow one of my firearms.
well, it's obviously if you've got a timber stock but it's been like it's treated, it's not like any dings in it or anything like that. You'll be fine. But if you've got exposed timber, then it will affect it. But there's these guys that have tried and tested these, and this is going back like 10, 15 years, and it's all consistent throughout it. So these are the guys that obviously don't want to spend all the money on.
Can I jump in? Because, obviously, you know my dad, he's a fitter and turner by trade, blah, blah, blah.
Poiter.
But, Poiter.
Shout out to Poiter.
So growing up, we had quite a few rifles that were wooden stocks. And they got dented naturally, as wood does, because wood's shit. Looks good, but it's shit. And my old man used to get a face cloth, wet it in water, and then get the old fucking iron out and iron out the dents.
Yeah,
It'd work.
that's what you do.
And then Mum saw that he was using the iron and
crack the
was like,
shit.
"What the fuck are you doing?"
That's how you treat timber that's been dented.
Yeah, this is exactly right. Like,
But
where
he's
I
using
can,
a household item, you know.
yeah, but it's the same principle.
It's maintenance.
when you look at it at a base level, like on the outside, if you think about a rifle, you know, it's a bit of steel,
Wood
it's a
cooking
bit of
oil.
wood. So, you know, just like you'd polish your kitchen table, like you could polish the stock.
Could you
Really?
use
but-
canola oil or something like
Yeah,
that? as
absolutely
a
could.
So,
anti-rust
but where
agent?
I have
Yeah.
a problem and where I sort of fucking the old asshole sort of tightens a little bit is doing anything with household cleaners on the inside. So inside your barrel,
So-
inside the action, I couldn't imagine using anything.
I'm just going to sing off a few things.
Just with that quickly though, you put sweets down a barrel, bro. That shit is
That's
like
like fucking
fucking acid,
acid.
man.
yeah.
You know, like oh god, that stuff's hard. You got a cold? Sniff some sweets.
For
762
those playing at home, Sweets is a
solvent.
It's a cleaning agent. That
ammonia.
you use- yeah,
It's literally ammonia.
pure ammonium. You put it down your barrel and it gets rid of all of the
Fouling,
the copper
and shit.
fouling and stuff. So, which is the other thing. Like, a lot of this stuff, the common failure of most of these items is
Some
that they
Ajax.
don't. No,
Spraying
Ajax
out.
wasn't one of them because it leaves a film over the barrel, which you don't want. You'd have to clean that off anyway. Yeah, because the base material, what is a product that they use is something different.
Molecular compound.
All science stuff. Science, bitch.
I'm a nerd.
Yeah. Now, this is some of the things. So Windex obviously is one of them. And then there's like orange oil, anything citrus, which is like a mild degreaser, is really, really good.
Yeah.
You can get all sorts of natural stuff now, like natural house cleaning products that are made from.
Well, I'm out.
There we go. He's gone
see
vegan.
ya.
Fucking see you later.
Yeah.
The very mention of anything green, vegan, or eco-friendly,
yeah,
Josh
that's it.
just vagues out.
That's it. An
No, it's
interesting
2021. Do what you want, but I'm out.
Naphtha, which is the original dry cleaning fluid, which is actually Zippo lighter fluid. That's a common one that they use to flush out trigger mechanisms and
Yeah, I could see that.
pulls
work.
all the gunk out
In
of
the
it.
army, we used to put our stores and minimise, maximise HKs, and you just do like a
Yeah.
diesel bath, man. You literally just get some like petrol in,
Yeah.
or diesel in a
that'll break
tub,
up the gunk.
and you'd stick it in there. But you're talking molly chromed. I mean, you should buy molly chrome anyway, but
Yeah.
whatever.
I guess there's probably plenty of alternatives, but because we're so precious with our rifles, you're sort of just preconditioned to go, I can only use the prescribed product
It's
on
so
this gun.
fucking expensive in comparison, though.
I agree with Ryan on this actually, and I agree where you're coming from, Caleb, like and your mindset. But I sort of changed probably really bad when I moved away from wooden stocked rifles and I started seeing my rifle as a tool.
You're a tool.
Tool. And
Tool.
it helps change your mindset. Like I own a Seiko. Yes, it's a very nice rifle, but you know what? I couldn't care if it gets hung up on branches and stuff like that. As long as it works, as long as it does its job,
Should have brought it over.
it's fine. And I think a lot of people were a little bit too precious.
Fuck yeah, I'm with you on that one. Like you don't go and buy. So all the tradies that have got a drill, they get it, they use it. You're a little bit tender with it when you first use
It's a perishable item.
It's a perishable item. That's right. Your rifle, if you're hunting with your rifle and see it as a tool, not as like your precious toy, then you would have the same perspective. I think you're right in the sense that the rifle, if you use your rifle enough to know it well enough to be able to take an accurate shot at the drop of a hat and be one with your weapon, be one with your rifle. I personally, coming from a tradie background, see it as a tool. And that's why I bought Howard, because I knew I wanted the best bang for my buck, the most accurate rifle out of the box for the money that I'm going to pay for it, and something that I'm not really going to care if it gets fucked up on the outside as long as it shoots true.
Yeah, you don't have to be precious with it.
That's right. I don't need to be precious with it, which is that's how I view all of my tools. Get something that's...
And, I agree. Look, I would, if I wasn't in a position to have bought Seiko and a Night Force, well, I would have figured out something in my budget. But I was lucky enough to be in a position where I could. But I still don't look at them as any different in the way that you look at your Hauer.
Yeah.
I feel like you just name dropped and like shamed Ryan, you budget whore.
No. Because I like
Night Force, and I spent a lot of money on my rifles.
Your Hauer. I do. And Couchy's just bought a Hauer in 308, the caliber that you should have bought. And I actually, it feels very nice and it shoots okay.
It shoots so bloody good. I'd like to just take a moment here to all those who are considering buying a new rifle, a budget rifle, whether you're just getting into it or you want a scrub gun that's solid. Look at the Hauer, look at the reviews, and if your mate's got one, take it out for a shoot. I think that's also just digressing a little bit more. Said digress.
Yay.
The opportunity that we have to try before we buy is virtually non-existent in Australia.
Well, our circle is quite big because there's a few of us, and
that's true. But you're sort of put inside of a box. So, like, if you're looking at a rifle that none of your mates have got, you can't go and shoot it just to see how it feels.
Yeah, and that's a big problem. That's why time spent at a range is always good, and you talk to guys and you try and, if someone's got something that you look at, try and sort of, ask them politely if you can try it and have a look at it and things like that. Doing your research, we do rely on a lot of paper research.
A lot of reviews,
a lot of reviews and things like that.
YouTube's great for that.
If you're completely green and have never been hunting before, so on Saturday I was at a winery and the guy behind the counter doing all the tastings, right? He was having a bit of a chat to me and he goes, because I bought a bottle of port, right? And mentioned that,
what else would you buy?
Exactly. I mentioned that we quite often drink port while I record a podcast, and he said, what's the podcast about?
Oh, sneaking it in there. Yeah, getting a few more listeners.
And I said, it's about hunting in the outdoors, and we just talk a bit of shit and get lit on a Monday night. He goes, hunting? Like, do you come out this way? I said, not really, mate. He goes, I really want to get into it. I just don't know how. Like, I don't know anyone. And I sort of thought, shit, like, if you don't know anyone,
it's hard to get into, eh?
My God, like it would be pretty hard. And he goes, how do I start? I said, well, you just got to find someone to go along with and try things out. I wouldn't recommend to him go get your license, go to a gun shop and just buy this, because the benefit of having a network of friends who all hunt, like I didn't buy my own rifle for years, and I tried.
Cheap ass,
because I don't like buying things without trying them first. And that's the single hardest thing about buying a rifle. I got to try all your old man's. I got to try yours,
absolutely.
All other mates. And I'm like, well, I like this. I don't like this. And I'm happy with my purchase.
And do you know what made me decide very early in the piece not to get a wooden stock?
It's because of the shit that I went through with wooden stocks. Yeah.
I remember riding in the back of the ute with I think it was your dad's Seiko, and it was like pristine. There was
Still is.
still is, and I remember, I think it was you handed it to me. You're like, now don't you get a fucking ding on this thing?
It's because my inheritance, motherfucker.
Yeah, and someone was driving. They had a fucking lead foot, and I'm like bouncing around the back, and I'm like copping all these hits to the body, trying to protect the rifle from the side of the fucking ute. And it was then I was like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It's just way too hard.
Look, if we were in the States and you could mount something on the wall as a showpiece and you were like, a
if you want it to look
gazillionaire,
pretty.
whatever, do it. But practicality, it took me a long time to get to that same sort of mindset, really. But we now also have a lot more variety. Whereas
you've
when I
all got
was young,
308s.
when I was young, we didn't have the variety of stocks to choose from and things like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Synthetic was still quite a new thing, and it was very still sloppy. And we didn't have chassis frames unless you were like a gazillionaire, and
I think that's the
buying
whole
Actors International.
technology decreasing costs and that sort of thing, especially with especially the stuff that's on the market now that you could get. If you look 10 years ago, what you can get now on the market and the cost that the price that you're paying for it, you would not even imagined it.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
It's bloody good actually. That the technology that's being put into shooting and the optics, and I mean the essence of like the mechanisms that operate within firearms, it hasn't really changed in thousands of years.
No.
Thousands, hundreds of years.
barrel tech has changed. Projectile tech, powder check.
Yeah,
tech.
the mechanism
Glass
and
check.
the way that it operates hasn't changed. It's still the same principle of
Fundamentally the
design.
same stuff.
Yeah. But look, these are some of the things that I've found that people have recommended to be using to clean their rifles as well as their stock.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. So, I said Windex, anything citrus, which works as a degreaser, works well. Ivory bar soap, which is basically sodium and magnesium, with a pH level of 9.5 for those following at home. I don't know what that means.
Ivory, is that like elephant?
No, it's just a brand.
Okay.
It sounds cool, doesn't it? It's like Ivory bar soap. It's just, you got to smuggle it out of Africa, but no, it's not. The old
could go
WD-40.
deep here.
You guys ever put WD-40 on your rifles?
No.
I have. It works a fucking treat.
Yeah, can't see why it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. If you're, the Zippo lighter, we've been through that. Motor oil, lubes and cleans at the same time, just like me having a shower.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to put motor oil on
No.
the gun. I'll pass.
This is one of those things that I've been seriously considering because motor oil is significantly cheaper than
It's
gun oil.
keeping all your oil for services.
Yeah, yeah, but you've got like that smell of like gun oil is it smells
sexy.
nice. It's just like
If you could bottle it and put it in like musk for men, dude, that shit would fucking go off the shelf. As long as, can I just point out another
you'd be like trying your own supply the whole fucking time. You wouldn't let anyone else have it.
Well, can I just let like another smell, and that would be the OSA ammo bags in the quantity.
You do realise you mentioned this last week.
You did.
No,
You're
doesn't
repeating
matter.
yourself. Get some
Doesn't-
new fucking material,
doesn't
man.
fucking matter. This I would make love to that smell.
Are you an addict? Do you get up every morning and sniff a bag of ammo? You do, don't you? Every morning.
Yeah.
Every morning.
You need to make a candle of that, mate.
Says the man that wants to make love to G96.
Hey, G96
He's amazing.
has feelings too. All right?
It's
Nothing wrong with
2021.
G96, bro.
Yeah, man. He can legally marry that shit now.
Or
So
yourself.
the last one that I got on the list is brake cleaner, auto shop brake cleaner. So it's apparently one of the best non-gun specific cleaning agents.
I guess I'm just scared to use anything.
And that's the point
non-standard.
here, though. Like, is it because you're worried about like ruining your rifle? to the
Yes,
point of
you don't want to
no-
be the guy that fucked his gun because he tried some weird
Yeah.
ass shit to clean it just to be a cheap
You
ass.
fucked your gun.
Like, you'd be like,
Haven't
oh,
you?
bro, why is your gun so rusty? Oh, because I tried cleaning it with
Yeah, I think
Lemon juice.
It's like you break it
Mr.
down.
Sheen.
You break it down to what it is that you're doing, right? So what do? You use a soluble agent to clean and all the grime off of it, and then you oil it. So the cleaning agent that you use, if you're removing all of it but then oiling it afterwards, you're
Yeah,
still
it's the same.
it's the same fucking thing.
Same what you're doing with your solvents and stuff. Like degreaser, that I can't see a problem with that. As long as you're putting some sort of like anti-rust
Lube.
on it after.
Okay, so the point here, there is alternatives. Make sure you do your research. Don't do anything that's going to fuck your rifle up.
Oh, we're not recommending that people go out and
fuck
do
no.
this, but I mean, if you're going to do it, at least like try it on a time.
If you got nothing else, look, if you're out bush and you just like, and you're not, like, say for some reason that you're like marooned out bush fucking for the next 6 months and your gun's like,
I think
you've
you've
just been pissed
better
on.
things to worry about than cleaning your rifle.
But you've been, it's just been
survival?
raining and you've got a can of motor oil. Well, shit, maybe you should put some on the outside of your barrel. But
Or maybe you should just light a fire with that motor oil and signal for help.
no.
Thinking
no
outside the
help.
box.
There's no one else in the world. It's a zombie apocalypse, bro. Everyone's dead except for you and Emma Stone.
Oh,
Boom.
But she doesn't want to have babies with you because your nipples are out. She doesn't like them.
put your nipple away.
Well, I reckon she'd be up in that shiznit.
You're right. Eh?
Honestly, like if aliens came to Earth and you were the only man that walking around, they'd be like, this is clearly the female of the species with a large nipple
No,
ready to
see
feed
my
an
dick.
infant.
Of small stature, does not bring any significance.
You have
to the
large
race.
nipples for a man, can I just say?
Jealousy. They
actually
actually
do.
change in size.
I don't know. We can only see one. I don't know if the other one's like the same
They
size or
change
not.
in size.
All boobs are opposite, mismatched
they're,
sizes.
they're not symmetrical.
Yeah, they're never the same.
They change.
Do you have
in
a
size.
preference? Do you have a favourite boob?
Yes.
Is it the one you've got out?
Do you have a favourite testicle?
Yeah, the one that hangs lower.
I've only got one nut.
Yeah.
Or one nut. Anyway, let's move on because we are like talking about tits and shit.
So,
It's always good, but
Caleb, what's the ND?
well, he's got ND, bitch.
Andy.
I know what it's going to be.
Do you
I
know?
think I
Do
guessed
you
it.
actually know?
I think I guessed it, but I can't remember now. At the start, you said something that made me think I might know.
All right. Well, in April last year,
Yes, this is exactly what I thought it was going to be.
in April last year,
Can I just interject?
no, you can't.
No,
Let me
I just
fucking
want to
start.
fucking interject.
Nah.
Someone fucking email us a fucking trippy ND. Seriously.
Yeah,
I wanna
let's
hear some
get on
goofy
that.
shit.
Instagram, Send a Mate Podcast. What's that? Oh, fuck, no one emails us. Just get on the Instagram.
Yeah, everyone's on Instagram, man.
Insta, hit us up. ND, negligent discharge, or just a question that you have for
If you're
us.
scared, don't be. Ryan will not hurt you.
Yeah, tell us one and we'll read it out. And
Yeah,
we'll
Send your
so-
nip
discuss
pics.
it.
We've been having a lot of conversations with listeners, and just which has actually been really fucking good. But I think if you're going to take the time, do us a favor and ask us something that we can take to the podcast and have a chat about it. We'll give you a shout out.
Yeah, 100%. We'll give you a mention.
Yeah.
So, in other words, we're talking to Hayden. Hayden, give us something to talk about. Anyway,
Hayden fucking loves the podcast.
he loves the podcast.
Shout out to Hey Dog.
He loves the duh.
I have the
Podcast.
I have the talking stick.
Okay.
Oh, he's got the fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Got the talking stick.
You got the talking stick.
Come on, hurry up.
Right. So April last
small.
year, I made a very.
He did.
It was quite the faux pas.
Significant purchase?
I forgot for the first time ever Josh's birthday.
Yeah, he
Oh,
did.
Jesus.
I
Here
was
we
cut
go.
deep.
Here
You
we
did as
go.
well, motherfucker, but you
I
forget
forget
every year.
everyone's birthday.
Yeah.
Like,
but
it's,
that's
it's
just
Ryan.
that's just to be expected with you. You don't you're
Yeah.
not a dates person.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've always remembered
Caleb
Josh's
prides
birthday.
himself on like a delusional grandeur of intellect and
I
remembrance.
don't have delusions of grandeur.
no, he claims he remembers everything.
just
except
fucking organised.
I told him happy birthday on the phone, doesn't remember it.
No, you didn't.
Nah,
Anyway, you're
Nah,
fucking
it
you're getting too far ahead. here.
happened.
So I forgot Josh's birthday for
It
the
happened.
first time forever. We've known each other since we're about 7.
6. Thanks,
5,
bud.
4.
Forget that as well.
Get on with the fucking story.
Sorry, I forgot our origin date.
Yeah. Fuck.
We were around 6 or 7. We're now
When did you and Megan get together? I mean, sorry, we're going to have to bleep that one out.
No, my girlfriend's name's Megan. Anyway,
Which one?
Bet you remember that date, asshole.
I can tell the story. Jesus Christ.
right. So Josh gave me shit. You forgot my birthday, first time ever. I felt like shit. So anyway,
Did you go to the toilet?
and rub one
feel
out.
like a shit. I felt like shit.
Oh, sorry, I misheard.
Don't put words in my mouth. So anyway, this year, I'm like, I bet anything the only prompter for when my birthday is Facebook. So I purposely, in about December, removed my birthday from showing to anyone other than myself.
Oh, it was a fucking test.
So it was a
No, he
test.
just wanted to get back at me. No, I didn't fail because we threw a party that he didn't even come to.
No, you didn't.
At Ryan's house, we had a barbecue. We invited his 3 closest mates, me, Ryan, and Couchy, and he didn't even rock up. He's like, no.
Didn't even rock up to your own fucking birthday
birthday.
barbecue,
No, you
man.
He's trying to rub it in that I forgot his birthday the other week.
Yeah, like, so literally 2 weeks ago, it was my birthday and Josh forgot.
We threw a party. You didn't come. Sorry, bro.
No, negligent discharge on you.
You're a negligent discharge.
You're a negligent discharge.
Anyway, I actually had the best birthday I've ever had.
Go fuck yourself. I wasn't there.
Is that because you're by yourself?
Aforementioned good woman took me out, put us up in a hotel for the night, took me out for dinner to Gaucho's, which is the best steak restaurant in all of
You know
Adelaide.
it's
Well,
gonna be good
lardy
in a
fucking
Motel
day.
6.
You two were just like, oh my God, look how fucking special.
I
Get
lit-
bum sex.
But yeah, nice segue.
Why do you go there?
It's a birthday.
I said it was the best night of my life. That's all I should have to say.
It's a birthday.
That's a yes.
Going in dry.
Coming out dry.
Anyway, she looked after me in ways that cannot be
Gaucho's is
described on radio or podcast, for that matter.
Gaucho's is good.
Yeah, man. I literally had tears in my eyes. This steak was so good.
Really?
Yep.
You literally cried over a
I
steak.
literally cried
I was
over
really
how
crying that I wasn't with him.
I was so filled with emotion about how good the food I was eating. I literally had tears in my eyes.
Sure you weren't
You're
crying
a
because Josh forgot
pussy.
your birthday?
No, I was so happy.
You're a pussy.
She made me so
You're a-
happy.
oh my God. Listen to it. Oh, it made me so happy. Fucking
Josh
hell.
doesn't know
I'm
what
sorry.
happiness
Go
is.
hunting, motherfucker.
I'm sorry.
Never find real happiness.
I'm sorry for being in touch with my emotions.
This is a man who thinks hunting is better than sex. So
Yeah, exactly.
Bruh,
You
go
can't
hunting. Next birthday, I'll take you hunting. You'll be like, you'll be like Megan who?
Settle down. Anyway, so I believe we're even now.
Yeah, or even.
We've both forgotten each
Don't
other's
you forget
birthday.
my birthday this year. I better be going hunting.
I won't forget your birthday.
You will.
See, I know the date of your
No,
birthday.
you don't.
Without Facebook.
I
Every
don't.
day.
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah, you keep trying to get your fucking birthday suit. That's why every day's your fucking birthday. Jesus, put it away. Put it away.
Next hunt, we're actually, for the listeners and for those who are following us on,
This is all
For
for the
those who are
listeners.
following at home,
on Instagram, we'll be out hunting in one of our childhood places in a month's time.
We will.
We will be. And it'll be the whole gang of when we were kids. My old man will be there, Poiter. Oh, minus Couchy, he wasn't there, was he?
This correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first time Couchy's ever been there.
Yes. Yes.
He's in for a treat.
He is.
He's not he's
stinking
not in the
hot.
loop yet.
Stinking hot during the day where there's nothing to do but sleep.
And
poorly
flies.
And flies. Nighttime,
Masturbation.
it's perfect.
Yeah, night time's pretty good.
Anyway, it's going to be good.
We're going to set ourselves a challenge. Actually, we were sitting there thinking about what challenge we could do while we're away.
Musing
I
about this.
do wonder if there is a listener out there or someone on Instagram that could set a challenge for us to do whilst we're out there.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, motherfucker.
In what context? Challenge.
Are you
I don't
talking
know.
about what sort of a challenge? Because
Yeah,
they're
what
like,
sort?
I challenge you to
Yeah.
run naked through cactuses and
Mate, if that's what they say,
cacti. Is it
that's what
cactuses?
Caleb will do.
Cacti.
Cacti.
Cacti is multiple.
There might not be any
Cacti.
cacti.
Let's
100% there's salt bush and sand. Oh, I got one. I'll catch a bloody, there's bloody, what are they called? Not
Bloody
frill
things.
necks, but those bloody.
blue tongues,
Nah,
skinkies.
pointy fucking, the ones with all the,
Bearded dragon?
I don't know what they are. Fuck knows. I'll catch one. and
You've really been prepared going into this statement.
I'll throw it in Couchy's sleeping bag.
Let's do that with a dead magpie.
Well, I actually caught a live magpie and threw it into Caleb's sister and her boyfriend's swag when I was coming out of the river. She was not happy. She was like,
Did it
"You're
shit
an
everywhere?"
asshole."
Yeah, she would have been shitted on.
bro.
Well, did you throw it in there while
It's
she was in
amazing
there?
how many people are actually scared of holding animals.
Well, because animals typically
a fucking magpie.
Yeah, but people have this like
You know when magpies swoop you, like one, you're probably riding a push bike, so there's your first problem. The other thing is, if you're walking, right, and you get swooped by a magpie, just punch the cunt.
Yeah. Oh. Just punch him right in the fucking snozzer.
Was that worth it?
Yeah, fucking it's magpies, bro.
Just punch the wah.
Wow.
Magpies are shit.
What's going on next week, buddy?
Oh, me.
That's you,
oh,
Jesus.
Whoa. Oh,
This is you, mate.
you're not
Wrapping us up today, brother.
So that's it for us this week. And next week we have international expeditions.
International.
Caleb, press the button. Anyway,
You're
guys.
so fucking literal. This is. Oh, what's wrong with you?
Well, I didn't hear the riff come on in my speakers.
Yeah, that's because your ears are fucked.
Anyway, dude and dudettes, that's another one from us. We will catch you next week.
Send it, mate, podcast. Peace out, motherfuckers.
Catch ya.
Catch ya. G'day, dude and dudettes. Josh here. Do you find it hard to keep your long, hard barrels free from gun STDs? Maybe you need a clean out of your bore. If this is you, jump on over to highcaliber.com.au and use the promo code SENDITMATE to receive a 10% discount on all your gun cleaning needs. And remember, it's sexy to support Australian-made products. Everyone here at Send It Mate uses High Caliber, and we can promise you that it'll keep your firearms free from those pesky gun STDs.